Just before Africa's biggest football stage, AFCON 2025 kicked off, Nike dropped an ad. And right at the center of it stood this older gentleman, JJ Okocha. The ad was reminiscent of the Eric Cantona-led Nike TV commercials of the early 2000s. And it begins with him saying,
"The word on the pitch is, the game's got boring."
Which was an ode to Africa's authentic football culture and its roots in dusty grounds and crowded streets. More importantly, however, it was a middle finger to the rigid and unattractive way the game is being played. And when it comes to that, no player embodied that level of defiance like JJ. But in a world obsessed with stats, trophies, and silverware, the real question is, was Okocha just a showman or one of the game's true geniuses? Well, those who saw him play in person talked about the way he moved with the ball. His grace and rhythm, like that of the Atilogwu dance, fused with the imagination of a storyteller raised on folklore and flair. Okocha's playing style was different. He was methodical, yet he played with complete freedom and a smile as wide as the Atlantic. His tricks and flair masked his elite understanding of tempo and space, evident in every feint and every shuffle. Some say he underachieved. Too few trophies, too much flair, zero super club resume. But reducing JJ to stats and silverware misses the point entirely. He wasn't just a dribbler. His passes looked like they were laser guided. His free kicks were surgical. In fact, JJ invented the step over role. And in choosing freedom over conformity, he inspired Ronaldinho, Ozil, Neymar, Hazard, a generation that believed freedom on the ball was not a weakness, but a weapon. And at a time when African players were expected to be grateful just to be included, JJ chose clubs that valued that freedom, not his novelty. From his 1995 Ballon d'Or nomination to a World Cup record for the most complete dribbles in a game at USA 94, an Olympic gold in 1996, 2 BBC African Footballer of the Year awards, and the man who lifted Bolton Wanderers to the highest ever finish in their Premiership history. Every chapter of JJ Okocha's career reminds us why we fell in love with football in the first place. Not for stats, trophies, or league tables, but for the awe. For a taste of magic that lives on the edge of serendipity, tethering us to the present, daring the unthinkable, the unimaginable, the impossible. So, to those like Nike who celebrate the creativity, individuality, and raw soul of football, only a rare few players keep us leaning forward the way JJ did. And that kind of greatness can't always be grasped or measured. One moment it's here, and in the other, poof, it's gone. For a deeper look into African sports moments and icons, follow Athlist. And if you've been here, hit that like.